We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
First down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
They go play action. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to 99 Philly, here we go.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Rivers. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
On third down. Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A first down throw here for Rivers. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And this will be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Now Austin Eckler on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception, finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Leopard. Leopard.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going back to him. This time he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. 57 for Mike. 57 for Mike.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. 3 down. 3 down.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
4 down. Alert.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
12.
To throw again. Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
Hurry up!
First down, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To the air again here, Rivers. He's got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
All right. 12.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this to his running back, Gordon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rivers on 3rd and 2. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Over. Gun.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield on the move to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 57
Now Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Second down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing Rivers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action. Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Detroit!
Mayfield on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, He's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Detroit!
So first down carry here for Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Watch number 29.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of it. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Ready!
Second down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third and long for Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher
Detroit!
from here.
Detroit! 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 Back there! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Let's go!
Mayfield on play action. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out in the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's going to be caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Play fake. Mayfield. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield being chased out, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Here's Eckler to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Gordon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Rivers. And that is incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now.
Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. A quick throw, but incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Mayfield to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,